What the heck is going on? Come on. Okay, let me change this now. Okay, should be fine now. Okay, had to restart the stream here. Awkward. Really awkward. I'll sort that out later. Okay. Yeah, I had to restart it. Where's... I don't see the live chat. Hang on. There we go. Now it's showing up. Oh, I didn't fix the setting. I didn't put it to ultra low latency. Whatever. It's fine. All of this stuff I have to sort out later. Let's see here. Studio. I gotta fix this. What in the heck? Okay. Copy and paste. Edit. Paste and save. Okay. There's that. Give me a moment here. Just sorting out a few things on YouTube. Give me time. I'm gonna open purpose here. Alright, so I gotta be careful here, because if I start playing my own music, I'm gonna get hit with copyright claims, which is really annoying. So I gotta tread real carefully on this one. So just as the title entails, I'm going to talk a bit more of my music. Last time I talked about like my inspirations behind some of the songs and my what were my thoughts while I was making them, etc. So I figured I'd give a bit more detail on how I put these songs together. Morning. Hey, good morning, Wingmaster. Had a bit of trouble with the stream earlier, so I had to restart it and create this new one. But hey, welcome. It's morning for you, but it is, what time is it? 5 p.m. for me. So it's the afternoon. So the file I have open here is purpose, and I can't remember too much of what I said on the project, but I said that it was based on an anime or a series I watched called Kara no Kyokai, or in English it's The Garden of Sinners, and I pasted a quote from it in the description of the song of the video. Just to make it short, it talks about, living with purpose and living without purpose. And this song I made to try and capture that sort of message or feeling. Not only that, this is the one song that I thought I would add some different elements to, like the reverse stuff here, and then new synth. Hi, Bits Candy. I cannot read that, sorry. I don't know Chinese. And then the small little breaks here in the chorus, which isn't like the most different thing I've done. I've done that like a few times with other songs. But yeah, definitely this reverse stuff here that is different. Again, I'm trying to not play too much of this song. I don't want to get hit with a copyright strike, which is wild to say, even though this is my own music. Good morning or evening. Oh, that's what it is. Oh, okay. It's it's the afternoon for me right now. It's 5 p.m. for me right now. So, but yeah, hi. Welcome to the stream, Bints. Sorry if you end up hearing a lot of like background noise. Since it's the afternoon, people are coming home from work, so it might be a bit loud. Like you might hear a bunch of footsteps going around and stuff. But yeah. I've always wanted to, I said this before, but I've always wanted to add like reversal effects or whatever to songs. And I thought it was very fitting to add it to this song. The sort of I guess the meaning behind this song that I want to bring, or the sort of message, is like oh, really just meaning, but nice to meet you. Hey, nice to see you again. Thank you for coming. It should be morning where you guys are, right? Good morning. It's the afternoon for me, so for me it's good afternoon. But I guess what I wanted to do with the song is have that feeling of reflection, or Yeah, reflection, more like reflection. Yeah, is here is morning. Yeah. Hey, good morning, guys. You make great music. You have a lot of Chinese fans. Yeah, yeah, Ben's Candy. I've been Candy. I know that. A lot of yeah. It's surprising to me how many people like my music over there. But what I mean by reflection is like self reflection. Because as the quote entails, it's living with purpose or living without purpose, and that's what I, and that's the kind of self reflection I try to invoke with this song. The reversal sound here is kind of like a way to symbolize like looking back on your life, like in reverse. Just like rewind it, right? I think it's I wanted to make it so it's like gives off that sort of feeling of, is what I am doing the like is how do I properly word this? Let me think for a second here. Am I content with my life? Am I happy with where I am? Did everything I've done up to this point, was it was it worth it? That sort of thing. That's why the quote, I put in there. That's what made me think about that quote. Are you living with purpose or living without purpose? And that's kind of the sort of message or meaning I wanted to give off with this song. And I think that's why I'm so very fond of purpose here. I think that's why I'm so very fond of this song. Because while I was trying to think of like the melodies for this song, I kept on thinking back of my own life. Like, like, mm, like I feel like if I had to describe myself or my life, I'd say it would be like kind of like a blank canvas. I just it's just nothing. Kind of boring. Nothing really exciting ever happens. So when I made the song, those sort of thoughts came into my head. AKA me at 11 p.m. for the past 3 years, being stuck in the past memories. Yeah. Uh, yeah, a lot of people are like that, Wayne. Again, sorry for all the background noise if you could hear it, but yeah, I'd like to, like, if I had to describe my life, I'd say it's like a blank canvas with not much color to it, or really just black and white. It's just really gray and boring and plain. And that's why with the video I put out for purpose, everything's gray, everything's black and white. And the image I used for the song was like these paper butterflies, right? Because what butterflies do, they float. They don't fly or anything. They're just floating. So with this song, it's kind of like, are you living with purpose or are you living without purpose? Where do you stand on that spectrum? And that's why I'm so fond of the song, because I feel like it's kind of like me putting my thoughts into this song, you know. And I don't know if it was like I was able to really convey that message through the song and alongside the quote. But I hope me explaining it gives you a better understanding of what I was trying to go for with the song. So that's a more deeper, more detailed explanation behind purpose. In terms of song structuring, the the new things I would note, I already mentioned the synth, I already mentioned the reversal, the structuring for this song. Usually for my songs, I always start off with like a low pass, like a filtered beat, right? Like this right here with all of this. Like I always usually start my songs like this, right? But this time around, not so much. This time around, it has a different beat that plays on right here, and the only time the real beat comes in is just before the chorus, rather than at the very beginning, like what most of my other songs have. And what and another thing that most of my songs have is like different melodies, but this one's a lot more. But this one doesn't really have that. This one's a lot more simpler. It's the same melodies going over and over and over. It's not like you know melodies here is completely different to like here or something, right? It's just the same keys that you hear over and over, which to me isn't like a bad thing. Like I don't think it's like necessarily a bad thing to have things just repeat like that. I mean, it's music. A lot of stuff gets repeated anyway. To me, I think like simpler is okay. Of course, effort was still put into the song, but it just felt uh, better for me. I don't know. It felt nicer not to overthink on things when I was working on this. So earlier I mentioned the breaks in the chorus here, and this part happened in the break. Oh, you can't hear that, can you? Right there. And then the reverse part of it. Uh, so I had that in the breaks as well. That was actually an idea I got from a different song. If I could, if I can just look it up real quick. I pretty much did the same exact thing this one song did, or rather, remix this song right here. During their course, they had the same. It was the same thing, so I decided to try that out myself. And for these beats right here, this right here that I put in. Let me just a simple kick and claps, right? And some hi hats. That like intro, that part of the beginning of the song I got from Virtual Riot's "We're Not Alone" because it started the same way. It started like that too, where it was kind of just like nice and chill, simple beats in the back. So in terms of structure, it's kind of like that in a way. Oh, and I should also mention this too. I forgot about it during the first stream. But the lead here, this part here, whenever I play this, whenever it's like a recording, whenever if I were to record this part right here, or and or of course stream it like what I'm doing right now, and then I play it over, for some reason the playback on the recording or the stream always has this crackling noise. behind it. I don't know what it is. I looked into the program, played around with some of the settings to see if I could fix it. Nothing happened. Nothing worked. I checked online. Nothing worked. The only time this is okay and not all crackly is when I like export it as a file, as a WAV file. Like right now, me listening to it right now, I can't tell if it's going to be crackly on stream or not. But if I were to play back, if I do a replay on the stream or the recording, then yeah, it's going to get all, crackly and staticky and stuff. So I do apologize beforehand about that. But yeah, it's just repeated stuff, nothing too different. In this part, there was this that was like different in the main melody. Like, that's about it with Purpose. It might have not been a whole lot for me to explain with Purpose, but I hope that my telling of like the meaning behind the song or my thoughts while I made this song and while I listened to this song, I hope that at least gives you some more insight on who I am as a person. Yeah. I think that's about it with Purpose here. I don't know what more I could say about this. The usual instruments: piano, electric piano, this synth, the orchestra here, usual stuff. Oh. Let's move on to a different project. Let me see. Let me see. Um, a fan favorite, Lifeline. That's fine. So everyone knows about Lifeline, right? Everyone always goes on about this having a true story behind it and whatnot, right? And I'm sure a lot of you already know the truth behind this, right? I'm not going to explain it, but with Lifeline, it was just a song that I had to put together for the Diversity album thing. And if you weren't here for the first stream, I'll explain it here again. But it wasn't originally going to be this, right? The melody and everything, it wasn't originally going to be this. It wasn't originally going to be titled Lifeline. In fact, it didn't even have a title before I changed it into Lifeline, right? It was completely different. It was only when I was playing around with the different sounds that I ended up with calling it Lifeline, and it ended up becoming this melody and whatnot. No story behind this, other than that. That's about it. No real inspiration behind it or anything. This is actually my favorite track. It's a lot of people's favorite track, Wing. But yeah, there's no like backstory to this. There's no sad story attached to this. It's just the story that you would normally hear from people about this song. It was made up by someone. I don't know who, but someone made it up. And people decide to believe that person. If I had to say anything about this song, I guess if I had to say anything about this, the message or meaning behind this would be to just love life, cherish it, and not just yours, but the people around you too, because we're all gonna die at some point. someday, right? Which is like more than enough reason to do what you want to do and live how you want to live. You know, there was a time back then where whenever I would, it was a long time ago. I don't do it anymore, but a long time ago, whenever I would make a new song and I post it like on Facebook, I always attached like a phrase or a sentence, right, to to help pass along the meaning within the song. For this one, I don't remember what I specifically said, but I said like something along the lines of "You are my lifeline" or "You were my lifeline" or something like that. And in that sense, is like saying you're the person that saved me and whatnot. And that's kind of what I wanted to go for with this. Sure, you can have a very specific thought behind this or meaning behind this, like because of the whole heart rate monitor thing, the heartbeat thing, right? The beeping, right? You can put it into a literal meaning, like oh yeah, no, the person that saved me was the doctor or the nurse. But this song, I've had many comments before saying, "Oh, this song brought back memories of people who've lost someone close to them." You know, talk about serendipity because I had the song in my watch later for many years. Then last year I rediscovered it around when my grandma was ill. See, it's stories like that that come around, right? It's stuff like that, Wing. I even had one comment months ago. Um, so there was this really popular YouTuber who had um who had died to cancer. His name was Technoblade, I believe. Big creator, massive creator. He lost his life. He lost his life to cancer. And I remember seeing a comment on Lifeline saying that when they listened to a song, it was when around when they listened to the song, they thought about like Technoblade and stuff. And clearly, because Technoblade was so popular and so well known by so many, a huge influence to people, right? Love life, cherish it, love your life, love others around you. You know, you only have the one life. We all die someday, and so don't waste it. That's more or less the message or meaning I wanted to have with this song. Good morning. Good morning, Music Duck. Well, good morning to you. For me, it's good afternoon. But that's it with but that's what it is with Lifeline. Yeah. Again, sorry if I'm not playing the song in full. I don't want to be hit with false claims. So I'm trying to tread really carefully on this. It's not like those claims will actually do anything to me. It's just really annoying to have to deal with them every time. So I'm just gonna, you know, tiptoe around it, so to speak. So Lifeline was the first song I ever had this synth, actually. It was the first song I ever had this synth, I believe. And then that's when I started to put the synth in future songs. And I think I also had these plucks too for the first time for this song. Oh wait, no, that's not the plucks, that's the bass. Whoops. This is it. Those were also new to my that was also new to my music. And the boop boops, yeah, the heart rate monitor thing. Music box at the beginning. Mm-hmm. Very popular song. It's yeah, this song has been used a lot for different like TikTok videos, I've noticed. Which is really interesting. I didn't think my, music would get that much traction even in TikTok. But apparently, um TikTok is like popular in Asia. I've heard at the place that I work at, most of my coworkers are actually like Chinese, and I have one coworker that sometimes talks about TikTok and stuff. And it seems like from what I've seen, it seems like a lot of people from Asia use and like TikTok. I don't know. That's just from what I've seen and heard. So I could easily be wrong. I personally don't use TikTok myself. I don't really find much entertainment from it. So, structure of the song. As you know, it starts off with the music box. It starts off with the beep beeps, the boop boops, and then goes into the strings here, just slowly rising in volume, and then and then the beat starts coming in, and then a break, and then the main melody, the main beat comes in. I'm glad people in TikTok found your song. Actually, it's really good though. Yeah, it is really good, and it is thanks to TikTok that it started to get to where it is right now. So it's really cool to think. I enjoyed your Lifeline song. Send greetings from Vietnam. Oh, you're from Vietnam. Hello. That's cool. All right, and then sorry if you don't hear the beeps. I don't. It's not saved on this computer. It's on my laptop, but it's corrupted, so I can't actually really get it back. And then this melody here, right here. So if that sounds familiar to you, I mean, a lot of stuff should sound familiar to you. It is, you know, one of many, many songs in the world. I've had that once before. Like, someone commented once on Lifeline where it sounded like a song, from a K-pop song or something. I don't know, which was really interesting. Of all things, I didn't expect someone to say, "Oh, this sounds like this one K-pop song," because I don't listen to K-pop. I don't really like K-pop. You know, I really like rock music instead, like punk rock, metal rock, that stuff. And right here, this part with the strings. I wanted to add something more intense, I guess, or make it sound a bit more intense, like this part. wanted to add something to add more to the intensity. And then just to really amp up that intensity, I started to turn it into a bit more of a drum and bass beat. That sort of thing. It always sounded like that one local brand of phones. That's funny. No, I mean, I wouldn't doubt it, Wing. I wouldn't doubt it. Probably does sound like a ringtone from a phone, one of the default stuff. That's funny. But yeah, in a nostalgic way. Ah, yeah. Okay, I see what you mean. And then the ending here ends off with the piano and the electric piano. And normally you hear the beeps again, right? It would keep going and stuff. And then, slowly goes into the music box. And there were people, I have had people saying, "Oh, I was expecting like the heart to flatline at the end and stuff." And to be honest, I did think of doing that, but I felt it would be far too tragic to do that, so I left it going. I didn't want it to end with a flat line, just a long beep. No. I wanted people to feel something, not to start bawling out crying. So, but oh, and like I said, with purpose, I usually start off my songs with like the muffled beat. I usually always start it up, and then it goes back. It goes into a clearer sound. You know, always start it off. I always usually do that with my songs. But purpose is like one of the few different ones. Next, I think that should be about it with Lifeline. I'm happy that a lot of you guys really like the song. It's really cool to see it gain the popularity it has over the time. Beta End makes it feel open ended and easily loopable. Yeah, it does. That's true. I was so moved when I first heard it. Thank you very much. I find it funny to me how it was just a song I made up in one night because I was so pressed for time. Never in my life would I expect it to get so much attention, especially in China. It was really surprising. Oh, even let me tell you this one time. I went to this Chinese restaurant with my friends, and we had finished eating, and usually what we do whenever we go out and eat and then we finish eating, I feel like this is what everyone does. We kind of just sit around and talk for a bit before we leave. And while we finished, and when we finished our food and we were just chilling around talking and whatnot, relaxing after eating, I'm listening carefully. I ended up hearing the beeps. I was hearing the heart rate monitor beeps in the restaurant. I was like, wait a minute, and focused in on the music that was playing in the restaurant, and it was my song that was playing. It was playing. The restaurant was playing my song, and I was so surprised. It was the first time I ever experienced that. It was really cool. I really wanted to meet the person who was playing the music in the restaurant, like if it was from someone's like playlist on their phone or whatever, but I couldn't. But it was really cool. It was a really cool moment. What else? Hmm. A lot of the songs I have here, some of the songs I have here, I wouldn't say a lot of them because I'm not too sure, but some of these have the theme of life, something involving life. So, not sure. Well, not this one. Never Let Go was something different. When I originally made Never Let Go, all those years ago, um, it was when I was in high school. Yeah, I started music when I was in high school. And when I made Never Let Go, during that time in high school, I was actually um into like romance stuff, romance animes and manga. So I made Never Let Go with a romantic sort of theme, hence the title Never Let Go. And in the picture I used for it was two people holding hands. So I wanted this to be in a romantic way. The original song didn't end off sounding romantic. It ended off sounding a bit more like sad. But in this updated version of it, this 2015 version of it, I ended off differently. I wanted to end off in a more beautiful way, something more happier, more lifting. I wanted this song to have a sense of not like surreal to it or serenity to it. You know, the peace and joy you would have with being alongside a loved one, your partner, right? Sounds like the start of Tell Your World. I've never heard that song. I don't know what that is. But hey, like I said, billions of songs out there. One is bound to sound like the other. It does have this sort of like Asian um melody or tone to it at the beginning with that. See, again, it starts off like this, where the beat is in a filter. The beat is in a filter, the kick and snare, and then it gets clearer and clearer, and then it goes into the first part of the song, and just before the chorus. This song, yeah, like I said, this song I made with the um thought of romance in mind. Sounds like the big sounds like some of the Asian songs at the beginning. Yeah, it really does, doesn't it? Soon, yeah, later on down the line my music started to change a bit more, you know. If some of you guys have noticed, a lot of the songs have that sort of what is it? That's the same sort of melody you would normally hear, like for example, like these three notes going up. Or sorry, that's D. Those three notes going up. A lot of my songs have that. That's kind of like a thing that I've really enjoyed with my doing with songs because it always makes it sound nice. I like how it sounds. So I what I did with this mix is the same thing I did in the original song. In the original song from here, you don't hear the cymbals. Like, you don't hear these symbols. Where is it? Like this, I think. You don't really hear that, right? You just hear these hi-hats playing. But then it's only until this part that you start hearing the ride, the cymbal. Is that the right one? That doesn't sound like it's the right one. Did I pick the right one? It should be it, yeah. Yeah, for this part, it was only just the hi-hats. And then... And then 22. And then 22 is the common, is where the cymbals really start to come in, or the crash, the 909 crash. But for this part, it was just the hi-hats, which then later turned into this with the ride. And then after the first chorus, where is it? I think from here. No, from here. So from here, it's not just the hi-hats anymore, it's just this one with the ride. And then from here, that's when the cymbals start to get included. So it kind of just, so I made it in a way where it just builds up bit by bit. A fun fact, one of my friends, one of my acquaintances, I should say, we don't really talk too much. That's cool. Thank you, Lilac. One of my colleagues, actually, one of my acquaintances I know, he also makes music too. I don't know if he's made anything new as of recently. He's kind of like me, where we don't really make too much music anymore. But from the beginning, he was someone that I listened to as well. Paranormiao. I don't know if you guys recognize that name, but let me look him up on SoundCloud here. I can find him. Is he not here? Did he change his name? Fair enough. Oh, I think he did change his name. Let me check. I'm just looking here. But I liked his music quite a lot. Actually, I can look up a song of his on YouTube. Right here. Like him. Yeah, right here. Paranormiao. Like this. Or this. And Mizuki, yeah. His music back then was really cool. And he was actually, and I didn't mention this because I forgot to, but he was actually another inspiration. His style was just something I was really, really into, and I really liked it. One song that I really liked from him, I don't see it here. I hope it didn't get like removed or anything. This is it, Aki Same. That's what it was. Where's the specific video? Is it not here? Oh, that's rough. I don't see it here. But it was that. Yeah, I don't see it here. But it was this song that I really, really liked from him. But it was a long time ago. But I remember when I put out this version of Never Let Go, he once sent me a video of him in his car listening to this song, and he was telling me how this is like his favorite song. So it was really cool hearing, an artist that you had it gotten inspiration a bit of inspiration from say, "Hey, I really like this song of yours." It was really cool. I'm not too sure what he's up to nowadays. He stopped using social media, so I don't know what he's up to. But I hope he's doing good. And yeah, if you haven't heard his songs, I definitely recommend it. Paranormiao. Here, I'll search it up again just to let you guys know. Yeah, Paranormiao. Akisame is a really good one. Mizuki is also a really great one. I believe there was one named Haruka. No, not Haruka. What was it? Falling Eternal. This one right here, this remix of the Clan Knight OST, really great. Give that a listen. Haruki, that's what it was. Haruki. That one's a great one too. So be sure. So if you're interested in listening to his music, go ahead and do so. Again, I don't know if he's still making music to this. I don't think so. But he's got some really great stuff. Never Let Go has a very special place in my heart. It's the first melodic song I made, and it was the first song to ever get promoted on YouTube. So it's like in the Hall of Fame for me. I really cherish the song of mine, and I really wish it got more popular. Honestly, since we were on the topic of remixed music, we'll open regrets here. The 2019 mix. So from the original song, it didn't start off with the piano being in a telephone like filter. It never started off like that. It started off normally without it. It started off like this, but in this one, so in this version, I wanted to add more feeling to it by changing some of the stuff around, adding some more stuff to it too. I added the music box, I added these filters to it, changed a bit of the melody, and the tone of the song completely matches the title, Regrets Too Late. Like both Regrets and Too Late work as a title, so that's why I went with the both of them. That I really liked doing with the synth here, where it starts to build up into clarity, and then it goes back to being in a low pass filter, and then back up to clarity again. I really like what I did with that. I think I did the same thing for one other song. I think it was 1000 Nights. So right there was a reverse kick I put in to really just put more of a bring more of a like a feeling of a stop, you know. Muffled beat again. Something quieter. To the music box. Not much thought came to mind when I was putting together this song. I just wanted to put something emotional together, something a bit sad. But just like Never Let Go, the thought of I guess the feeling no, the theme of romance kind of came to mind when I was putting this song together. So that's what it was at first. But of course, like you can interpret it a different way too. You can interpret it just like in general, you know, you have regrets of things you've done, things you've said, but it's too late to take them back, right? Like say you wanted to say sorry to someone that you've wronged in the past, but it's like but it's so far in the past that just seems kind of too late to say sorry or something like that, you know. But in the romantic aspect, you know it's kind of obvious, just like the whole being in a relationship thing. You know, you've made mistakes in the relationship, you regret it, and then you separate it, but it's too late, and etc. I like that part too. Yeah, I think this is my like favorite part of the song. I'd say that that I really like as well. It's my favorite part. I was really happy with this one. See, at this part right here, I always have this sort of like mental image that plays in my that goes on in my head, where when the beat starts to pick up like this, I always picture like someone running after another person, not like a chase or anything, not like a spooky, scary chase or something, but like something you'd see in like a romance. Yeah, back then I was like really into the whole romance thing. Nowadays it's whatever. So this ending part where it just stops like just like that. That idea came from one of MA's works. I don't remember which song it was, but it was something like that. Where it sounded like it was going to build up into something else, but it just completely stops, right? I really liked that. So that's what I added to this song. I don't think I've added that to any other songs. I could check, but I'm pretty sure it was just this. Maybe one other song, but I can't remember. So, what else? I mentioned 1000 Nights, so we'll open that next. So, as I said before, 1000 Nights was based on this manga I was reading. Short story is just a young man gets a sister and gets to live his life knowing what it's like to have a sister. That's the short explanation of the story. So there's not much to be told about this one. So again, it starts off with muffled beat. So with this song, if I had to give like an or like a feeling or a meaning behind this one, I think um it's hard to say actually. think just joy, you know, just this feeling of joy through experiencing something that you've always wanted to experience. And now that you've got that opportunity, you know, you're looking at life at a different perspective, in a better light, in a better light. So sometimes what I do with my songs is, you know, it's got the main thing, main melody and all that stuff. And then sometimes in the middle of the song, it would be something different, like this. Like just this one. Oh, it's muffled. Hang on. Let me just highlight that. Just something I completely made up. Because back then I was in that mindset of like, I want to keep things a bit fresh and different each step of the way. Not to repeat melodies over and over and over and over for the entirety of the song like I did with Purpose. But as I said with Purpose, you know, simple can be good. Some simple can be better sometimes. And to really and I really wanted to add something else that would help bring in the audience more to keep them listening, is this one separate part where the melody kind of just changes. And you see what I mean by this rising like melody here, where it goes from like, it's the same thing I did with I believe it's the same thing I did with Never Let Go. In terms of melody. Just going up. And I did that for Purpose as well. Yeah, nothing too much was said about this one. This song, just like some of the other ones, I had struggled with coming up with an idea of how I wanted the song to sound, because I already had the title down since it was like inspired and based on the manga. So 1000 Nights being the name of the character Chio. But coming up with the melody and everything was different. It was tough. And I didn't want to make the song super long. That's why it's just slightly under 5 minutes. And then right here, music box with this, with the like little like night ambiance. And then oh, and the beat too was something I really liked doing, putting together as well. I think it started from here. No, started from here. The beat I really liked as well. Whoops. Let me just do this. I think this was the first time I made it so the kick would follow up after the snare each time. And it worked pretty well with this song. Nothing too different about this one. I added the plugs here. 1000 Nights is also another song I'm quite fond of. I'm happy with how it turned out. Let's see. Next. Halcyon Days. Excuse me. Sorry. Ugh. Oh, yeah, don't worry about that. So I gave an explanation about this song. This is the song that I wanted the theme of reminiscence and thinking back on the peaceful days that you once had, but now things are stressful. So essentially, becoming an adult. But yeah, that's why I wanted to do with this one. This one also seemed a bit like this one also seemed like it was missing something too. It just didn't feel like it had a lot in it. But I'm happy with it regardless. In this song, I want to make the claps more prominent with this along with the snare. Just to add a bit more snap to it, a bit more snap to the snare. And again, rising again. I'm pretty sure this is the same key that Never Let Go is in. My favorite part of the song. And what was that one part? Was it in the Plex? That's a nice little addition to it. That's the cymbals. There's the hi-hats. Oh, it's the same thing as the Plex. Hi, buddy. I love your work so much. Hello, Cardis. And thank you so much for liking my work. I appreciate it. Ends off with just the piano here, yeah. And right here is where the voice line goodbye happens, but I don't have the file here saved on this computer. So what made you start making music, if you don't mind me asking? I don't mind at all, Lilac. What got me into starting music? Funny story. It happened back in 11th grade. I was talking to my friend about how I watched this video of a music producer making music on like FL Studio. I was talking to him about it, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you give it a try? You know how to play piano. You have knowledge in music. Seems like something you'd be good at." So that's what I did. And at the time, electronic music, EDM music, was something I was really, really into. I would listen to a lot of different dubstep songs, drum and bass, electro, trap music, some house music. I would listen to some of those songs. My favorite artists at the time were like Tristam and Midas. Oh, and there was like Spaghetti as well. I would listen to those artists: Spaghetti, Ehide, Panda Eyes. I would listen to a lot of dubstep artists, etc. So I wanted to make songs like that as well, but I just could never figure out the sound design for it. So I kind of just like, I'll just do my own thing with the melodic music. I was really intrigued when I first saw the video, so I wanted to give it a shot. That's how I started it. Funny thing, actually, the same friend that suggested I start making music, to tell you, we actually came up with the idea of like actually making music together, the both of us, where I would make the beats and he would actually rap and stuff. But of course, that never happened. But it was kind of fun. It was kind of fun though. He wrote up lyrics for a song, but I don't think I have those. That's how I started making music. It was all due to my friend giving me that suggestion. uh, yeah, back in 11th grade, way back in high school. I think it was 11th grade. Might have been 10th grade. So Halcyon Days, interesting story. Yeah, yeah. I know it's not like the most like inspiring story, you know, but it is what happened. It was all because of my friend. But anyway, with the Halcyon Days, if you don't know what Halcyon Days means, it's like the days of peace or something like that. So the voice line saying goodbye is essentially saying goodbye to those peaceful days. And that could apply to like any sort of context. Like say someone passed away in your life and now you're in those peaceful days with that person are now gone or whatever. That's why I wanted to have that theme of reminiscence with this song, looking back on those nice days. You have great friends. Yeah. I have a very small circle of friends, but they are friends I've known for a long time. One friend I've known the longest. I've known him the longest for like over 10 years. I've known him. I've been friends with him ever since middle school. So, and the friend I mentioned, that got me into music, I've also known him about the same amount of time. So I don't talk to him very much anymore. I feel we don't talk very much anymore, but I still consider him as a good friend of mine. So that is Halcyon Days. I feel like sorry, but like I feel like I'm repeating myself from like the first stream because I did this sort of thing already. But I'm trying like to go more in detail about this stuff. A Wonderful Dream. So like 1000 Nights, this is also based on um a piece of media. This one's based on a game. This one's based on Fate Extella, the Umbral Star. And I don't know why this is constantly here. Should probably honestly save. Whatever. So this one, yeah, this one's based on a game. So I'll search up the game. Let me see. It's this game. It's based on this. And when you hear both this song and the OST from this, they're very similar. They're going to be very similar. I'll tell you that. But this song is based on that. And in the game, there are 3 different like paths you can take. Or no, not 3 different ones. They're like one path following another and then another. It's on the 3rd path that this song is mostly from, because the voice line at the end here is a character that the voice line at the end is from a character that has that says the line in the game. It's in Japanese, but but the line is, "Yes, it was a wonderful dream." Hence the title. So for this one, I would say I would say enjoying the moments you had uh before you like leave or something like that, you know? Cuz the character at the end, when she says that line, it was it was before the character went away. So her saying it was a wonderful dream, saying that she had fun, she had a good time, no matter what sort of hardships that character had to go through during the game, because you, the player character, were there, spending time with that character. So this is another thing where it's like, enjoy life, you know. This was a song I put together after I got a computer again to make music. Oh, why is it silent? Yep, yet again, the same sort of like rising notes. Just sounds really good. Yeah, see, that right there is what sounds is entirely similar to the game's OST. So this, in a sense, is kind of like a remix of the OST, in a sense. But with just my own added thing. Too cute. Like the start of Chisana Tenohira. Never heard of that. Let me look that up. Tenohira. Oh, it's a song. Oh, it's a oh, it's from Clanad. Okay, I see. That's cool. So just like in 1000 Nights, not too much to talk about with this one. A lot of my song structures are pretty much the same. They're very similar. A lot of it the same instruments, nothing too different from one another, aside from obviously like the melody and whatnot. Hmm. Hmm. Okay, we'll do this one. This one's a really old one. Stay with me always. I said it. I think I said this, but it was based on the anime Guilty Crown, and the way I structured it was actually similar to the opening song for it. Did I open the right one? Like this. Even the beat is pretty much like the opening from the anime. Even this too, right here. Wow, even back then I was doing the rising notes here. Wow. Huh. Even back then. But yeah, this was based on this one was more or less based and inspired by Guilty Crown. If you haven't watched that, yeah, I recommend it. It's not like the best thing ever written. It is very, very much similar to Code Geass, if you've heard of that. It's very, very similar. But if you liked Code Geass, then you'll probably like Guilty Crown. It's great here. Yeah, it's very nice. I like what I did with this one. That was cool. Oh, and yeah, another thing back then was I wanted to do these sorts of little notes in between. I don't know where that is. Yeah, this. I always wanted. I kept on. I put that in a few songs. Oh, this one went on for a long time, huh? Hmm. So this one, I don't know if I could say that there is some sort of meaning behind this one because it's based on something or inspired by something. So, like joining a live concert but without vocals, that's the best. Yeah. But I'm trying my best to not play too much of this stuff because if you don't know, um if I played this music, my own music, mind you, I would randomly get hit by a copyright claim. Yeah, I it's really annoying. It's most likely being done by a bot, but it's just really bothersome having to see that pop up all the time if I ever like play any of my music. I think they even did I think they even did it with purpose. So that was really really annoying. So I'm trying to like separately play certain parts, but it's kind of hard to do that without pretty much the rest of the song, right? Back then, this song was also something I was proud of, even though it's like really, really, really old. It was something I was also fond of. Unfortunately, I don't have the file for Please Come Back. which really sucks. It's on my corrupted hard drive. And I could have sworn I sent it to myself through the cloud, but I guess not. I remember even Dragon Force or Metallica had this problem since 2019 when streaming getting false flag. Yeah, it's really annoying. It's really annoying. Even when it's a completely new song, right? Like I said, with Purpose, I got hit with a false claim and shit. So it was really, really bothersome. I'm not gonna specifically say who did it or like the company that did it, but um but it is a company from China. So it is a music streaming site from China that would do it. And I am pretty sure it is just like an automated bot they have. And even when like I try and communicate with them through email, there's nothing happens. So it's really just pointless. Really pointless and bothersome. But whatever. I can talk about Please Come Back even though I don't have the file. Surprised it's not UMG. Eh, yeah. But enough about that. I don't have Please Come Back the file, but I can still kind of talk about it. That one also had like a sense of had that was made through the lens of romance. You know, someone like left you or you know, like they broke up with you or maybe they, you know, passed away or something. You're just really heartbroken. So Please Come Back is essentially something that helps emphasize that. And it's not just romance, of course. Just the same thing with like what was the other song? Damn, I already forgot. Oh, Regrets Too Late, right. So it's not just like in a romantic way either. It could be just like any sort of thing that would just leave you heartbroken. Your music reminds me of another piece, Forever from Tracy. Gave me goosebumps every time. That's cool. That's cool to hear that my music reminds you of another song. Reminds you of another song. Gives you goosebumps every time. That's cool. That makes me happy to hear. Please Come Back is a very simple track. Piano, orchestra, drums, and that's about it. And I feel like that's good enough for it to give off the emotion that I wanted to give with that song. Then there is. Did I did I talk about this one? Memories of You for the first stream? I don't remember. I don't think so. But I'm pretty sure Memories of You was made based on Everything Will Be Fine. Ah, thank you. Yeah, I'm trying not to dwell on that whole copyright thing too much. Especially but it's just really annoying. Yeah. But thank you for trying to cheer me up. So, Memories of You, I'm pretty sure I made this based on another anime or inspired by another anime called Plastic Memories. And the story in that is where people relied on androids to um, help them out with like everyday tasks or something, right? And these androids operate just like any other human. They have emotion, etc. And it is a romance anime as well, and it was nice. But this was based on that anime. You know, and then and this song was the first time I started using a different instrument, which was the electric piano. This one was really interesting because there was a lot of different arpeggios I ended up using. I used this. And if you listen carefully, it's panning. The This part is panning. You can hear it go from the left ear to the right ear, back and forth. You know, and because and Plastic Memories kind of took place in like a futuristic setting. After all, there was like androids and whatnot, right? So I felt like having this sort of thing kind of helps emphasize that this is kind of just based on memories. Your music actually gained huge popularity in China. I am from somewhere there and noticed your work created some sort of remastering, and many Chinese were addicted to that on many different platforms. Yeah, I was told I was yeah I was told that my music was pretty popular there one day. I was really surprised. I remember when I think it was someone from China, of course, including me. I remember when someone messaged me saying that in China my music was really popular, and they recommended I make like an account on NetEase, and so I did, and I got a I immediately started getting a huge following there. So that was really cool. Unfortunately, I don't know if I'm still able to log into that website due to reasons I will not disclose. But it was fun while it lasted, I guess. So, Memories of You, yeah, the electric piano was something new I added to this, and obviously something I started adding in future songs. And like I said, having breaks in the middle of the chorus isn't like an entirely unique thing I've done. It's not entirely unique in other songs as well. So, so I made this song for Diversity, I believe, for one of the Diversity albums. And the person that was putting together the album, he told me that he really liked the song, that he wanted to put together like a an AMV for it. And the AMV is still on my channel if you want to look for it. Um, it's only like 2 minutes long, so it's not so it's fairly short. But he put it together, so it was really cool. Another cool thing is that he got a larger channel on YouTube to also promote it, the AMV. So that's what started. So that's what got Memories of You a bit more popular back then. So memories of you, definitely in plastic memories, is that even though the person you've spent time with will be gone, whether they moved away or maybe they passed away, the memories of them, the memories you've had with them, still lives on in you. And and there are things people can do, like take videos or photos or whatever, messages online, etc. There's a ton of stuff you could have with you that will help keep that memory of the person that was gone. Is gone. Like my uncle, for example, the one that died, the one I made a song for. I still have a photo of him with me. So, and speaking of which, song I made for him was the Rest. My uncle passing away was the first time I ever had to experience a funeral, so it hit me pretty hard. So I made this for him, in memory of him. Out of all my songs, this is the one song that had a very different, um, very different chords. Oh yeah, and the entire song, the entire piano is all in one single playlist here. It's not split up into different parts. Like this right here alone could be just the piano song itself by itself. Oh, okay, never mind. It's not entirely different. It still has the rising notes. It still has that. But aside from that, it's still very different because of this. So, out of all of them, this one would probably be the the most unique in terms of melody, I'd say, because things are just a bit different. I do wish in this one I turned down the kick a bit more. This is pretty loud. That would be Rest. So the meaning behind this one, the theme behind this one, even though the person is gone, you know, you're hoping that they can rest well, right? They've lived a good life, you know. So you hope that they rest well. That's pretty much what it is. Like I said, a lot of these have the theme, or yeah, the theme behind, and the theme involving life and stuff, life experiences, some tragic, some happy, some sad. More sad than happy, if anything. The only happy songs I somewhat happy, or like kind of happy songs I made were like Wings here, or Azure. Journey was for Warframe. That one's a really simple theme and meaning. It's more focused on the journey than the destination. You know how you lived your life rather than how you ended with it. You know the story of one's life rather than just the ending. Journey isn't the beginning, middle, or isn't the beginning and middle and end. It's just the middle. If you know what that, if you know, if you understand. Hmm. It's not about the loot in the end. It's about the 300-hour grind. Exactly. In video game terms, yes, exactly like that. It's like me playing Final Fantasy XIV. It's not about the loot at the end of it. It's about the experience. So this file is called Oath. I shared it in the first one. It's literally just this. Again, rising notes as per usual. That's pretty much all I did with this one. I called it Oath because I wanted it to be based on maybe those from China would know about this or have heard of it, but the Three Kingdoms. When I was younger, I used to play a game called Dynasty Warriors 4, which was a game that had where the setting was based on China. Um the Three Kingdoms era, and I really loved that game when I was a kid. There was a song in that game, an OST called uh well, it was two different OSTs, but they were essentially the same song, right? It was either called Romance of the Three Kingdoms or no, wait. I think it was just the Three Kingdoms or History of the I can't remember. It was something like that, but it was really good. So I wanted to make a song based on that. I wonder if I can find it. I wanted to make a song based on that. Uh, I think it was just called History. Nope, I'm completely wrong. What is it called? OST. What was it called? Well, it was this game that I played when I was younger, when I was a kid. Yeah. It was because of this game that I started to get, like, I started having an interest in the Three Kingdoms. So it was really cool. Like, I played this, I played Dynasty Warriors 8, I played the Empires version of it, I played the Extreme Legends version, I've played 9. It's some cool stuff. Even in there's even an archetype in Yu-Gi-Oh based on the Three Kingdoms called Ancient Warriors. I should make a deck for that. That'd be cool. But yeah, this I can't remember what the OST was. I did play the PS3 version of Dynasty Warriors. I haven't played. Sounds fun. Yeah, it's based on the Romance of the Three Kingdoms. It's an old story in China. It takes place between the Han dynasty and the Jin dynasty or something like that. But it's very cool. I wouldn't necessarily call this like a history lesson. like the game. I wouldn't call it like a history lesson because I don't know if it's like a legitimate thing that happened or if it was just a story written by someone. Regardless, it's really cool. What was the song? I don't want to play it because, you know. Oh, that's what it is. Map of the Three Kingdoms. I think it was this. What, or maybe. I think that's what it was. But I wanted to make a song based on that OST, Map of the Three Kingdoms. That's what I wanted to do. And I titled it Oath because you definitely need to give it a shot, buddy. Yeah, definitely give it a play. I highly recommend Dynasty Warriors 8. That one is the most fun, I'd say. Dynasty Warriors 8 Extreme Legends. It's really good. It's really fun. You know, there's characters like forgive me if I'm pronouncing it wrong, but like Zhao Yun and Liu Bei and Cao Cao and Lu Bu. You know, there's characters like that. It's really cool. 50-50. It was historical, but it had many mythical themes mixed in, which is true for majority of Chinese history. Ah, I see, I see. So it is historical, but a lot of mythical themes. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, don't learn history from fictional game. Yeah. But it is still interesting to learn that um to learn the three kingdoms through a video game like that. It's cool. So I wanted to name this one Oath because of the that one scene in the game where it's Liu Bei, Guan Yu, and Zhang Fei making the making a brotherhood oath under the peach tree or something like that. So I decided to title it Oath, and that sort of at with that in mind. Grow your interest inside. Yeah, 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 definitely. It is really interesting stuff. Oh, and the music in the game is pretty good too. Like from Dynasty Warriors 4, I really like Eve. Eve is really good. In Full Bloom is really good. Let's see. Heavy Gauge, Map of the Three Kingdoms, Struggle for Existence, Avenging Battle, Interceptor, Parade of Death. They're all really good. Oh yeah. Yeah, I've done pretty much nothing with this because I don't know what more I could do, honestly. Like I get the inspirations. Like I would sometimes get inspired for a song, but then I would just not be able to come up with anything. So it's almost been 2 hours. I'll listen to it when the live podcast is over. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. The game is totally incorrect. Just sometimes it may be distorted because of the gaming experience. Yeah, not everything is entirely accurate, you know. But it is so cool. I really like the Battle of Chibi, I think. Oh, it's not totally incorrect. Is that what you mean? Okay, yeah, I think that's what you meant to say. The game is not totally incorrect. Yeah, the game can be over the top with some stuff. And you're right, it is for the gaming experience. Yeah, definitely just check out the game for like just learn some of like the just like have an idea of the story itself rather than looking at like people flying through the air and be like, "Whoa, that actually happened? That's so cool." Like I guess some of the events would be accurate, but obviously the things they said or any other minor stuff probably didn't happen. But other major events, like obviously the fights, the battles themselves and stuff, probably are true. It's as historically accurate as the Fate series is. Yeah. Well, then again, well, to be fair, with Fate, it's with Fate, they kind of just mix in different histories and mythologies into one thing. They kind of do that with theirs, with some of those servants. Exactly. Yeah. Still is cool though. So it's been 2 hours already, huh? Let's see. So I did actually start something last night, but just like with Oath, I just can't think of anything else further. So this one I put together last night, actually. So maybe this might turn into something. I'm not making any promises. I'm not guaranteeing anything, but just maybe. We'll see. But the inspiration behind this actually comes from two separate OSTs. The first OST comes from Drakengard 3. The first OST, so as I said, the inspiration behind this one is two different OSTs. The first OST is this one from Drakengard 3, Aethervox, or MT Tone, either one, right? When it comes to like the melody, I guess it's something like that, or at least something close to it, right? Like this right here. That this part right here, the constant back and forth, the yep, that. And then the second OST that this also has gotten some inspiration from. It might be a bit hard to find this one. Uh, just like with Purpose, it's also from Kara no Kyokai. It's a it's a long OST. I think it's the right one. Whoops. It's from this. It's either from Paradox or Paradigm. I don't remember. I think it was from Paradox. Uh, Let me be more sure here. Let me check. Where is it from? Oh, okay. No, it's from Paradox. I wish I could play it, but maybe if I play it at very low. Like that. It starts at, I think it starts at 3 minutes. Oh, it starts at 2 minutes, around 2 minutes. So for Paradox, at around 2 minutes, and I think up to maybe like from 2 minutes to 4 minutes. That's what it is. That's the other inspiration from it. I like these kind of broadcasts very much, actually. At least I know someone from somewhere else is listening together. Yeah, it's really nice to be able to talk with people from like other places around the world like this. It's really cool. But if you listen from like 2 minutes to 4 minutes of this, it's also a bit of inspiration, that part, right? So it's the melody of the Empty Tone OST from Dragon Guard 3 with, I would say, maybe with the tone and with the tone or feeling or meaning behind the Paradox one, I think. Because when I was putting this one together, I was thinking about I was thinking about how I was living my own days. Like, I earlier in the stream I said that I if I had to describe my life or whatever, my days, I would say I would describe it as like a blank canvas with or something with very little color in it. So when I was making this, I had that sort of thought in my mind where I wanted to make this fit that sort of message, that sort of meaning, that sort of theme. Where it was kind of like, oh, just monotonous, just repeating same boring stuff over and over and over. That's what I was trying to go for with this. Let me just silence this one. That's why I wanted to try and do. Of course, I'm gonna need to like play around on the piano some more just to get extra ideas. But that's about all I have for that with this one. And of course, I still have this that I made with Bloodborne in mind. It's just missing OTT. So this one I can play through fine because it's never been released. So it's like, so I'm not gonna get claimed for something that's never been out. So I'll play through it again. Yeah, I mentioned this in the first stream, but this one is supposed to be there's life in anything. Life can come from anything. And these sound effects playing are supposed to imitate the sounds of like joints of a doll or something. I just don't know how else I can continue this. I don't know what I can do to continue this. Same thing with other songs. It started off with a similar way to other songs. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know how to continue from there. I really don't know. This has been in my this has been like around for like maybe 2 years now. I've had this file for like 2 years now. I think 2 years, maybe longer even. But I'm kind of just stuck at that point. So, um, most other songs here, I don't know what more I could say about them. You know, I went through some. I went through some of like my favorite ones. Yeah, I don't know what more I could say for the other songs, to be honest. I think I might just finish it off with that. Thinking about it now, it wasn't as like detailed as I wanted it to be when it comes to explaining these songs. Um, I mean, I could go into like the other details I could have gone into. Sounds like building up to something sounds great at the moment. Yeah, I just don't know how to get that payoff after the build up. I don't know how to, you know, continue it properly. No, nothing really comes to mind. Um, for like, if I wanted to go into detail with stuff, I would go into like the EQing and stuff, I guess. Like EQing is just to adjust the way it sounds, you know. Compressor is like for the is kind of like for the volume. Reverb is like to add that echo. Delay is like, well, not an echo, but like, well, reverb is like if you were to shout in an empty room, and then delay is like an actual echo. Then filter is what gives it that muffled sound. I do the same things for the kick and snare. The bass. And these are just, and this is the reverse it. I don't know what more details I could go into with these. Let's see with purpose. Back to purpose. Um, I guess if you're wondering about these are modulations or what are they called again? Whoops, didn't mean to do that. God damn it, what are these called again? Automations, right? Automations are these are here to help you to help adjust the settings for certain things. Like this filter modulation is here to help adjust what the clarity of the kick. because from here to here, it's muffled because the filter is down at 0. But then it starts to rise up, which gives it more clarity. And then it becomes fully clear from there. That's what modulation can do, or automation. You can do that for a lot of different stuff. You can do that for not just for the filters here, but you can do it for volume, overall volume. You can do it for other settings as well. Like you can do it for, like, say reverb, for example. If you want to turn down the reverb through automation, just right click, click on create automation clip, and then it makes it. And then you can just automate it to where you can turn off the reverb by lowering it down to 0 and then slowly bring it back up. Every song is like that for me. So every like muffled beat is due to the automation clips, every filter, every volume increase, decrease, etc. It's that's what I do. And then these are just different like sound waves I could use. Like these are rises. Sometimes I use cymbals, but other times I just put it in a playlist right here in one of these, in the channel rack here. And if it's something like an instrument, like say the piano here, right click, piano roll, and then you just place whatever notes down. I guess for melody. I'm not sure if I know how I came up with this. Like, it wasn't like anything specific from like an OST or whatever that made me come up with this. I always play whenever I get inspiration from something, I just go on my piano and try and think of something from there. The other song I showed that had inspiration from 2 different OSTs, that one was figuring out the melody for that one, at least for the top part. Let's open it again. No, not that. This one. So of course, in piano playing, you're using both your hands. So not that. So this top part would be your right hand. This one would be your left. So like that Dragon Guard 3 OST, I tried with the Dragon Guard 3 OST, I tried to figure out this part to see it, so I can make something similar to that sort of melody. And then this one I kind of just came up myself. And in order to fit the tone of what I wanted for this one, I wanted to I went and lowered the velocity. I think this is the right hand. This melody, this is at 45% velocity. This one's at 35, I think. Yeah, 35. So it's being played like softly. That's why it's quiet. I was thinking of making this one a bit more chill more so than like purpose. If anything, I was thinking of making it something similar to like please come back and that sort of thing, or maybe a little less intense than that. Or actually, I wanted to make it similar to the Kara no Kyokai thing, where it's not like there's not like a build up to anything, no drop or anything, just a simple, nice little, chill song to listen to. Well, of course, that's something different for me to make, so it's gonna be a bit um weird for me to work on. And even right now, I'm not really I'm pretty much blanking on ideas. So, and you know me, music isn't something I'm super into like I was before in terms of just making it. Like I've like yeah, I like of course I really care about my songs. I really like I still put effort into them and stuff. I really care about my music. And I don't mind talking about my music. It's making it that I'm not really having fun with. It's just boring to me, and it just gets a bit harder and harder each time to make music. So I'm trying to find something else I could do aside from just music, and that's where the streaming thing comes in. That's why I'm thinking of doing other streams that aren't related to music, like games, obviously. But because this channel is mostly just music, you know, people are going to be expecting a music stream, not like a gaming one. And that's why I was thinking about using a separate channel for streams instead of this one and just keep this one for music. But I'm not entirely sure. I can relate a bit to it. How so? Oh, and sorry if it seems like it's a late response to your thing. I put the stream lane. I didn't change the stream latency. It's put to low latency, so not ultra. If I had put it into ultra low, then I'd be able to really respond on a near real time basis. Thank you. You're welcome. But yeah, it's kind of this whole music thing and streaming thing has kind of gone back to the whole like to the whole meaning behind the song purpose. It's like, do I really know what I want to do? Is this really what I want to do? So I'm kind of just stuck. Yeah, I don't even know if I want to continue music. Like I'm in the middle. I do want to stream, but I don't know if I want to stream on this channel or a separate channel. So it's really hard for me to decide on this kind of thing. Mm. Anyway, in regards to streaming, um, I don't think I'm not gonna stream tomorrow. Or like I used to draw as well, write down stories, but after completing project, it sort of loses its reward. It feels like I'm forcing the creative process rather than letting it flow. Yeah, 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 yeah. I see what you mean. I see what you mean, Wingmaster. Also, with each finished project, my standards get a higher. Yes, exactly. That's kind of how I feel too with my stuff. But after I made Purpose and like I remember when I said like I felt like Purpose was like missing something before I had fully like released it. I kind of got to a point where I was like, ah, screw it, I'll just release it as is, right? It's like you said, like it feels like I don't want to like force myself to add more to the project, right? So yeah, 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 I totally get you. It doesn't matter. Hmm. That alleviates my feelings a bit. Saying it doesn't matter, yeah. Yeah, it doesn't. Yeah, you're right. At the end of the day, it is my channel. I can do what I want with it. Like, if I don't want to, you know, keep streaming things regarding music, I don't have to. I get that. But at the same time, it's like, this is just a music channel, so it's weird to just immediately switch the content, right? No movie gets finished, it just gets released. Yeah, not everything has to be perfect. But when sometimes when you're a creator, it kind of just feels like you gotta put as much work into it to make it better than the last. It's a lot of pressure. uh, I think watching how creator creates are attractive to audience as well. Like me, I'm a music dumb, but just here because of music. As a gift and a curse. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just not sure what to do. Anyway, tomorrow I won't stream. I'm actually working tomorrow, so I'd probably end up being a bit too tired for a stream tomorrow. Saturday though, Saturday I'm also working, but maybe I'll stream on Saturday after work. Maybe because I get off work earlier on Saturday, so maybe I have time, but it'll be at a later time. So I get home, then I gotta shower, eat, and then you know, as a gift and a curse. Hope you find your answer. Yeah, I hope so too. Just do what you like. Thank you. Yeah. So for Saturday's stream, uh, like I said, it's going to be after work, so I'm more than likely going to be tired. So I'm probably just going to have like a shorter stream on Saturday, maybe just like um maybe just some quick like housekeeping stuff like maybe I go on and do my daily stuff on certain games like Yu-Gi-Oh or Final Fantasy XIV or Saturday. So if you guys want to come by and chill with me on Saturday, that would be greatly appreciated. I'd love to see you guys there. It might so yeah, Saturday might be like a 3 hour stream, maybe. Cause maybe a three, maybe three. Cause Final Fantasy might take like over like maybe between 1 hour and 2 hours. And then other stuff like Yu-Gi-Oh would probably take maybe like an hour or so. So Saturday I'll be playing some games. And then after that, I'm not entirely sure. When it comes to music, I don't think I don't think I want to do a stream where I'm making a new song. I think it'd be better if I just did that on my own private time. I mean, once in a while I could probably show you what I've been working on, but not like fully spoil you, I guess. But that's just something I'll really think about because you know how I am with music. Yeah, just follow your heart. I will always support. Thank you, Cardis. It means a lot. But yeah, Saturday I will stream. Tomorrow, no, I won't stream tomorrow. But Saturday I will. I'll put up a schedule or I'll have a scheduled stream. So, all right. My throat is starting to get coarse because it's a lot of talking I've been doing. So, I think I might end it off here. Oh, and by the way, how is streaming at this time gone? Good time, right? Because it's morning for you guys over there, over on the other side of the world, right? So this isn't too bad of a time to stream at, right? Because before it would be like super late at night for you. Absolutely great, man. Thank you. Yeah, I didn't want this to be super early for you guys to watch, come and watch. But at the same time, I didn't want to start a stream super late at my time because, you know, I'm going to be fucking tired. Excuse my language. But I feel like me streaming at this time is okay. That way I don't have to be so goddamn tired whenever I wake up in the morning. But yeah, this works well. In fact, stream started when I was about to go to uni for Quizbee. Oh, really? Yeah, I didn't like you didn't miss it, did you? Or are you like or you just haven't taken that quiz yet? Yep, still at the event on the one. Okay. All right. Good luck in uni. Good luck in uni. Um okay. I think that'll be it for this stream. Thank you for coming in to watch and listen to me talk. Again, it probably this stream probably hasn't been the most well in depth about stuff like I said it would be. Um I am still quite a novice when it comes to music and I'm not really good with words, but I hope you enjoyed it nonetheless. Thank you guys for watching. Really appreciate it. And see you around. I learned a lot in your creative process. Good work. Yeah, see ya. By the way, is it night there? It it's right now it is 7:32 p.m. So it is the evening. Yes. It's not super late though. Don't worry. It's not like it's 11 p.m. or anything. It's only 7 p.m. So it's not super late. But I do have to sleep in at an early time since I work in the morning. Okay, have a good night. Thank you. And you guys have a good rest of your day, all right? Thank you for coming to the stream. I will see you guys on Saturday if you can make it. I would love to see you guys there. By the way, I'm curious, so you speak French. Uh Back in elementary, no, not elementary school. In middle school, I took I French class was a mandatory thing in middle school, but I don't fluently speak it. No, I don't remember very much French. I know the super basic stuff like oui and merci and bonjour, and that's it. Or like my name is like je m'appelle, and that's it. So no, English is the one language that I am very fluent in. I know very, very, very little French. I know very little Vietnamese. I did study some Japanese, but I'm not super fluent in it. And I know very, very little Chinese. Like I know it's like with French it's the same with Chinese. Like I only know like I know how to say hello and thank you. That's about it. But yeah. All right. I will stream on Saturday. I'll be playing some games Saturday. So come on by and have a chill time with me if you guys can. All right. That is the end for tonight for me, or for the day where you guys are. I appreciate you guys coming by. It was nice talking with you. All right. Have a good rest of the day. See you guys soon. Take care. Bye bye.